Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Python with Tracy the Turtle. Um, Today we're learning about for loops. Very important stuff I mentioned yesterday, and you're going to encounter these types of loops in basically any coding language. I do apologize for my voice. My throat is still trying to get better. Um, but yeah, so let's get started. Um, Basically what we're doing is that we are making very long and tedious stuff. Very long and tedious stuff into shorter, much shorter code. So if I wanted Tracy to draw a square, the typical way would be to write this 4 times. She moves forward, left, forward, left. Makes a circle. Um, Units moved, and the amount of degrees she moved. Now, this takes up 8 lines, and to change anything in the square, I would have to manually rewrite every line. So instead, what we have is these um, these. So I'm gonna have Tracy move forward. I believe it was 50, and then turn 90. I'm pretty sure. Oh. Anyways, like I've been saying, sorry. Documentation, best friend. Um, Here is our for loops. Try and range. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Small syntax error there. Don't forget the not semicolon. The double dots. The double dots. So, oh no shot. This is sorry. Okay. So um, this just condenses everything that we just did into one nice little loop. Tracy's still gonna move forward 50 times, 50 units. Turn left 90 degrees, and then she's going to repeat this 4 times. It's very simple. You just set your variable, and then this variable is basically where the computer is going to be storing the amount of times that it's run this line of code. So it's going to store here the amount of times it's done this range. Now that range is going to change to however many times you want to repeat this code. And the neat thing about this is that instead of every time having to rewrite forward and left a bunch, um, if I wanted to do this 3 more times, instead of doing that, I can just add the number onto here. And Tracy will do the exact same thing 7 times. Now, this is also useful because let's say I don't want to make a square. Let's say I want to make a hexagon. So a hexagon has 6 sides, and let me see. Each side is 120. So if Tracy is here and she moves left, she has to move left. I believe 60 degrees. So let's change this to 60, and let's keep the end the same. And boom, hexagon. So yeah, it makes your code so much more easy to like mess around with, and it makes it so much more compact, and it's just overall a great tool for whenever you need to like repeat stuff. But I'll keep this as this was. Very important thing to note here: if I make another line and I remove the I remove the indentation, I can do another loop. I can call another command. And this is separate from this. This loop starts and ends whenever that indentation is. So there really doesn't even need to be a blank space here. It's not going to count the backward as part of the loop. And it's only going to go into the line 4 of code after it's done with the loop. So once you put this in here, your computer does not care about anything else. All it's going to do is call these two, or how many lines of code you have, these many times. So that also applies for if I were to move left out of the indentation. Because it's out of the indentation, it's no longer part of the loop. And if I were to run it, Tracy's just going to go in a straight line 50 pixels 4 times. Now, if I were to do the opposite and remove the indentation with the first line, this just counts as a syntax error. So Tracy's just not going to do anything. um, so yeah, for loops. Very, very important tool. Um, okay, so just another small exercise for a dotted line. This variable can really be anything. This letter can be a B. This letter can be a Z. I'm not sure if it can be a word. It can. So as long as it's any string of characters where your computer can store in how many times it's run this, you can put that as a variable. I believe it doesn't matter if they repeat. So like I could run this back here, and then I could use the same variable for both of these. And now the computer is going to do this, run this first 40 times, and then it's going to run this another 40 times. Because remember, as soon as you get into a loop, your computer does not care about anything else but the loop. So if I were to run this, Tracy kind of just flies off into the distance because this is not larger than 400 pixels. If I were to want to make this longer dotted lines, I can just move this up to 10, and then this up to 10, and then 40 divided by 5 is 8. So I should be able to just do this. 4. Oh no, my bad. It's twice, so it should be 20. Yeah. Or I could do this even bigger. Make it 20, 20, and this would be 10. So, again, the range just alters how many times this is going to be repeated, and because I am increasing the size of the lines, of the strokes, this has to be repeated less. So, pretty straightforward. Yeah. This just says make Tracy do this. Make it in both directions. So I'm gonna just take this back to what it was. Okay, and then after that, we're just gonna use a simple go to, and then we're gonna take Tracy up here in the middle. So that should be 0 to 200. Yeah, and then we're gonna have Tracy. Let's just make Tracy turn right 90 degrees. And then we can just copy and paste this loop. There you go. Again, really useful thing. Saves you so much time, and it makes your code so much more readable. So yeah, on to the next web activity. I'm not trying to use a lot of time on these. Okay, it says complete the given trace table based on the program below. Okay. I think, give me 1 second. Okay, and we're back. I was not sure if I wanted to talk about this or not, but it's just a pretty straightforward exercise. It's just asking you to list how this command is going to behave. Now, the very first line um, is going to be wait, it says filling in the line number and command columns. Yeah, this is going to be 420, and then line 2 is going to be called 2 times. So first it's going to do this, and then it's going to call the circle. My bad. So there's 3, and then yeah, circle 10. Line 4 is going to be called fourth, circle 20, and then line 5, circle 30, then line 6, left 90, and then it's going to repeat this. So the 7th thing that's going to be called is line 2 again. And we're going to get this for I in range 2. And then it's going to call line 2, sorry, line 3, line 4, line 5, and line 6. And then finally, in the 12th step, it's going to call line 7. These 3 just repeat down here, and then line 7 is going to be that last forward 100. Now, whenever you do a for loop, this variable starts at the number 0. So every time you repeat this, it's going to add 1 to its little like tally. That's why for I in range 2 just gives you this code twice, because your code starts at 0. Anyways, now for some actual exercises. We need to write a program that will have Tracy draw a row of circles across the canvas. Circle has a radius of 10. There are 20 circles drawn along the x-axis. Alright, because of my throat, I will actually shut up for a second, and while I shut up, close the tab, go to your actual assignment, and try to solve it. If you have any problems, you can come back, and you can see how far I've worked on it. So yeah, good luck. Again, only try to come here if you need help or if you're finished. And best of luck. Alright, welcome back. Um, this is more or less what you should be having. Um, Start with pen up, because remember, Tracy always starts with the pen down, and we don't want a straight line across this. Then she's gonna go backward 190, because remember that the circle command starts where Tracy's at, and it makes a circle with this radius. So if Tracy were to start exactly at negative 200, that circle's gonna be only half of your circle is gonna be in your campus. Then she's gonna put the pen up, and then she's gonna move, and then she's gonna get ready to start the next circle. Now, all I did here was based on this. It says you have a circle of radius 10, and there's a circle of radius 10, and there's a total of 20 circles that need to be drawn. So here's our range, 20, and that's it. Pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave them down below. I do try to read every comment I have. But yeah, that's it for this exercise. So I'm gonna continue. Actually, let me run that just so you can like see it in action. I had some trouble at first, in case you could not see. And that's because I forgot to put the pen down before I started the loop. So this first circle was like non-existent. But yeah, this is good. And here comes the second exercise. Using a loop of Tracy draw a staircase based on the campus. The staircase should start in the top left corner and the bottom right. To make the program more interesting, let's add some color. Start by choosing two favorite colors from the color names listed to this site, linked in the color section of the docs. You find the link of the colors. Yeah, okay, so basically, in case you were not aware, we can actually change the background color by just typing background color, and then we put in the name of a color, I don't know, red, and then it just changes the background to that color, blue. Now in your documentation, under color, you're gonna find this link, and it's gonna take you to every name of every possible color that you can use. So have fun with that, and if you just write color, it's only gonna affect Tracy's like line color. So see, yeah. So color is for Tracy's line, and background color or BG color is for the whole thing. Unlike the last one, I'm actually gonna pause the video here, and I'll come back when I have it finished. Again, go ahead, give it a try yourself, and if not, if you're having trouble, or if you think you got the right solution, come back. I'll be seeing you in a second. Alright, and we're back, guys. As you can see, you should have something along these lines. Pen up, so Tracy can move where she has to be. Pen down, and then the loop that's going to actually build the staircase. It's 8 steps, so I made the for loop variable to have a range of 8, and I just picked blue and red to keep it rather simple. I made Tracy move forward and downward 50 because 400 divided by 8 is 50. So that gives us our units of displacement. And if I run it, you can see it pretty much matches the result world that we were given. So yeah, that's it for that actually. And here's our last exercise for the night. Columns 2.0. Okay. Okay, yeah, the only thing it's really asking is for us to do these columns, with loops, which, if you recall, that should be this exercise. So very long, very convoluted. I'm just gonna copy and paste it onto here. Um, and this is sort of what I was teasing at when we got into um, that exercise. So we're gonna set up our loop. So for I in range, we need 1, 2, 3. We need 3 lines. So okay, this is assuming Tracy's gonna start up here. Okay, so we really just need. Okay, this is gonna have to change because our go-to function is way too specific, and we are doing a loop like this. You kind of want something a little bit more general that fulfills what you need it to. So instead, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna replace this. Well, I'm gonna keep it there just in case, but I'm gonna make Tracy face to 70 degrees, which is down. If you're ever lost, you can pull out one of these. It will help you with what you're setting that H to, because as you can see, 270 is the same as facing down. So yeah, gonna have Tracy face down, and then go down, and then this should be a total of 200. Wait, no, it's 400, right? Let's try this. Oops, I keep forgetting to put the double dots. Yeah, don't forget these. Don't forget that. Okay, so she's gonna do that 3 times. Let me just do it once. Okay, I'm actually gonna delete these. Okay, now to have her relocate to the next rectangle, I'm actually gonna have Tracy only move the amount of units she has to move. So if this is at negative 100, now Tracy has to move to the right to be at x equals 0. Sorry about that. X equals 0. So we're going to set her facing the right again, which is 0. And then she's going to move forward 100 pixels before she moves. So we should put the pen up. And then we can put the pen down. Actually, this works a lot better if we erase this. So we put the pen up, and then we take Tracy to this bottom part, actually. Yes. So she's gonna go to. Okay, I am very sorry for the abrupt cut, but I basically rewrote this, so that Tracy would go to the top left. And then this half of the for loop makes it so that Tracy builds the actual builds the pillar. Sorry. This takes her to the bottom left, and then Tracy can make the column. Then this chunk makes her build the actual column, and then this bottom half is going to take her to where the next column has to be built. This is completely optional, it doesn't matter. So in practice it looks like this. Next one, builds it. Next one, builds it. Done. So yeah, as I was saying, pretty easy. you don't really have to stress too much about it. But really, that's it for today's video. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, I'll be happy to listen and respond in the comment section. As always, take care, guys. Um, and I'll see you next time.